Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayat Srinvada Swagata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtanam Hridyantasto Bhadrani Vidunodi Sukutsadam Nashtaprayeshu Padreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloge Bhaktir Bhagavati Naishtaki. Hare Krishna. Today I am going to read Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 4, verses 17 and 18. Karno pitaya nirayad yada kalpa ishe dharma vidari asnivir dravir asyamane shindyat prasahya rusadim asidim brahusche jihva masuna bitado visraje sadharmaha. Karna, both ears, vidaya, blocking, nirayat, one should go away, yet if akalpa, unable, ishe, the master, dharma avidari, the controller of religion, astranibi, by irresponsible, nirbhihi, persons, asyamani, being blasphemed, chindyat, he should cut, prasahya, by force, rusadim, vilifying, asidim, of the blasphemer, prabhu, one is able, ched, if, jihwam, tongue, asun, his own life, abhi, certainly, tadaha, then, vishrejit, should give up, sahadat, dharmaha, is the process. Translation and purport by Sri A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sadi continued, if one hears an irresponsible person blaspheme the master and controller of religion, one should block his ears and go away if unable to punish him. But if one is able to kill, then one should by force cut out the blasphemer's tongue and kill the offender, and after that one should give up his own life. Purport. The argument offered by Sadi is that a person who vilifies a great personality is the lowest of all creatures. But by the same argument, Daksha could also defend himself by saying that since he was a Prajapati, the master of many living creatures, and one of the great officers of the great universal affairs, his position was so exalted that Sati should accept his good qualities instead of vilifying him. The answer to the argument is that Sati was not vilifying but defending. If possible, she should have cut out Daksha's tongue because he blasphemed Lord Shiva. In other words, since Lord Shiva is the protector of religion, a person who vilifies him should be killed at once, and after killing such a person, one should give up one's life. That is a process. But because Daksha happened to be the father of Sati, she decided not to kill him, but to give up her own life in order to compensate for the great sin she had committed by hearing blasphemy of Lord Shiva. The instruction set forth here in Srimad Bhagavatam is that one should not tolerate at any cost the activities of a person who vilifies or blasphemes an authority. If one is a Brahmana, he should not give up his body, because by doing so, he would be responsible for killing a Brahmana. Therefore, a Brahmana should leave the place or block his ears so that he will not hear the blasphemy. If one happens to be a Kshatriya, he has the power to punish any man. Therefore, Kshatriya should at once cut out the tongue of the vilifier and kill him. But as far as the Vaishyas and Shudras are concerned, they should immediately give up their bodies. Sati decided to give up her body because she thought herself to be among the Shudras and Vaishyas. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 9.32, Striyo Vaishyasthada Shudra, women, laborers, and the mercantile class are on the same level. Thus, since it is recommended that Vaishyas and Shudras should immediately give up their bodies upon hearing blasphemy of an exalted person like Lord Shiva, she decided to give up her life. Text 18. Adastavo utpannamidam kalevaram natharasye sthidikandagahina jagadasya mohadi vishuddhim andaso jugupsidasya uddharanam prajakshade. Adaha, therefore, tava, from you, utpannam, received, idam, this, kalevaram, body, nadharasyase, I shall not bear, siddhikanta gahina, who have blasphemed Lord Shiva, jagadasya, which has been eaten, mohat, by mistake, he, because vishuddhim, the purification, and hasa, of the food, jugupsidasya, poisonous, uddharanam, vomiting, prachakshate, declare. Translation. Therefore, I shall no longer hear this unworthy body, which has been received from you, who have blasphemed Lord Shiva. If someone has taken food which is poisonous, the best treatment is to vomit. Purport. Since Sati was the representation of the external potency of the Lord, it was in her power to vanquish many universes, including many dakshas. But in order to save her husband from the charge that he employed his wife, Sati to kill Daksha because he could not do so due to his inferior position. She decided to give up her body. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishnapeshtaya Pudale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanamine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyamadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. I would like to seek blessing from all the assembled devotees and thank you for giving me an opportunity to purify myself. Please forgive me for my shortcomings or adding my own interpretation. Hare Krishna. In order to prepare this class, I listened to Rasraj Das Prabhuji's class and refer Gurujan Prabhu's book. These slokas are the conversation between Daksha Prajapati and his daughter, Sati. Sati came to attend the yajna. The main reason for Sati to come to her father's house is to convince him. She wants to patch up the gap between her father and her husband, Lord Shiva. So when she came over to her father's house, the father did not receive her properly. In fact, he did not even speak at all. That's why Sati started condemning or criticizing her father. The way Daksha blasphemed Lord Shiva earlier, Sati counteracted all such statements. Daksha blasphemed Lord Shiva by saying that Lord Shiva is inauspicious, he puts garlands of human skulls, he puts ashes from the dead bodies, etc., etc. She started arguing and then condemning. In verse 16, she asked Daksha, do you think you are the greatest and more respectful personality than Lord Brahma? Do you think Lord Brahma do not know this inauspicious person who goes under the name of Lord Shiva? Do you think Lord Brahma is less intelligent? Sati keeps asking, Daksha, do you think you are smart and intelligent and Lord Brahma is less intelligent? In the previous slokas, we saw, in spite of all these inauspicious qualities, Lord Brahma accepted and honored Lord Shiva by offering the garland and respect the dust of his feet and place on the head. Prabhupada very elaborately talks on this topic. Prabhupada says that it is useless to contemn a great personality like Lord Shiva. Sati wants to establish the supremacy of her husband. Prabhupada says that since Sati was a chaste woman or loyal wife of Lord Shiva, it was her duty to establish the elevated position of Lord Shiva, not only by sentiments, but by facts. Lord Shiva is not an ordinary living entity. He is the conclusion of the Vedic scriptures. Lord Shiva is not in the Jiva Tattva, he is also not in the Vishnu Tattva. We should not compare him with Lord Vishnu because Lord Vishnu is the supreme personality of Godhead. Lord Shiva is not like other demigods also. Other demigods are Jiva Tattva. They are very elevated souls and they have a post, but their position is not eternal. They are all involving in the service of Krishna. Here Sati continues her argument. She says, one who vilifies or blasphemes a great personality is the lowest of all creatures. The word blasphemy here means saying unpleasant things about someone or intentionally saying something to degrade that person's name and fame. At the same time, one can say that Sati is vilifying her father, who is the great Prajapati. Daksha can also say that I am the Prajapati and the progenitor. Sati is vilifying me, so she is also in the lowest category. In spiritual perspective, Sati is not vilifying, but she is defending Lord Shiva. She is not in the bodily platform. She is glorifying Lord Shiva. She is making him aware of the position of Lord Shiva. So here Sati says that if one blasphemes the master and the controller of the religion, one should close his ears and go away. If someone is blaspheming a Vaishnava or Krishna, we should not hear that statement. If we hear, we are also getting equal sinful reaction. It is also mentioned in Nectar of Devotion, chapter 9, which says that one should not tolerate blasphemy, the Lord or his devotees. In this connection, in the 10th cantos, 74th chapter, verse 40 of Srimad Bhagavatam, Sukadev Goswami tells Parikshit Maharaj, my dear king, if a person, after hearing blasphemous propaganda against the Lord and his devotees, does not go away from that place, he becomes bereft of the effect of all pious activities. We all know the story of Jagai and Masai, which talked several times in the past. When Lord Chaitanya was informed about injuries inflicted on the body of Lord Nityananda, he immediately ran to the spot and wanted to kill Jagai and Masai with his Sudarshan Chakra. This behavior of Lord Chaitanya is very significant. It shows that a Vaishnava may be very tolerant and meek, foregoing everything for his personal honor. But when it is a question of the honor of Krishna or his devotee, he will not tolerate any insult. Prabhupada says in his purport that there are three ways of dealing with such insults. If someone is heard blaspheming by words, if it is a Brahmana, they can leave the place or block the ears so that he will not hear the blasphemy. If he is Kshatriya, he can cut out the tongue of that person or even kill him. For Vaishyas and Shudras, they should give up their life. This is a punishment for them because of hearing that. Blasphemy is a very great offense. If a devotee does not follow any of the above mentioned processes, he falls down from his position of devotion. This is the instruction set forth in Srimad Bhagavatam. It seems to be very extreme, but at any cost, we should not tolerate if anyone vilifies or blasphemes a devotee of Krishna. Verse 18 talks about how Sati gave up her body, which she received from Daksha, her father, and transferred herself to another body. In this age of Kali Yuga, Lord Chaitanya assures us that simply by chanting the name of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by remembering the Lotus feet of Krishna, and by offering prayers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one immediately freed from material contamination. But devotees should refrain from prajalpa or hearing them. I would like to end here. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo